Today I'm going to show off what I believe is the best dive watch release of 2026. Let's get into it! Yes, and welcome to the Mad Watch Collector Show. And today I am very excited because this watch for me could be the best dive watch release of 2026. Now, I don't own a watch from this brand currently. I have done in the past. I'm not giving too many spoilers away. This is a watch from a brand that made watertight cases for the likes of Blancpain, Doxa, Longines, the list goes on and on. Then in the mid to late 50s decided to make their own watches and have since then been a predominantly dive watch making company. And personally, I really love that. Do what you know and do it better than anyone else. But this new release from them, wow, I absolutely love it. And I'm sure a lot of you out there are gonna love it too. Disclaimer alert! Yes, thank you very much. Squale sent this watch into me and I don't have to send it back. So let's show you the watch, get my wife's opinion at the end, and let's show you an absolute beauty from a proper dive watch company. Are you dive watch legend ready? Let's go! And ladies and gentlemen, here we have the Squale Sub 37 Legend. And without even saying many words, you know, it's good, isn't it? Squale is a company known for just making dive watches, and I really do respect that because it's quite easy for a company to go pilot's watch, you know, field watch. They've stuck with what they know and they just keep getting better and better. Now, this is the first time their sub has gone back to that traditional 37mm size, just like the originals did in the late 50s. However, the workmanship, the technology, the finishing is on another level from back then. The case is stainless steel and it is surprisingly all polished. But that was the way back in the old days. You didn't have many brushing on dive watches, didn't have many brushing on watches, let alone dive watches. But look at the shape of the case. Look at those lugs. No crown guards. This is a proper vintage inspired watch. The bezel looks great. I'm getting slight Blancpain 50 Fathoms vibes. The dial is awesome with that custody faux patina, and this very premium vulcanized rubber strap just complements it so well. First impressions, this is a winner. Quick spec check. So the classic size 37mm, we've got a 45mm lug to lug and an amazing 11mm thick. This is a 300-meter water resistant diver, so this is incredible. It does have a slightly annoying lug width of 19mm, but as I look at the watch right now, it looks as though the proportions are right and it was made to be 19. It's annoying, I know. However, I don't think you're going to want to take it off this rubber strap. It's that good. Now, the dial is protected by a boxed sapphire crystal with under AR coating. At times you can see that little blue hue around the edges. The signed crown is screw-in. We've got a lovely etching on the screw-in case back. And in fact, this is the only time you see brushing on the watch. When it comes to the bezel, it has a coin edging to it. And the insert is what they call K1 mineral crystal. Like I said, I do get Blancpain vibes. I believe the bezel is lumed. I can't wait to shine a light on that. The action, it's 120 clicks, unidirectional. It's nice. Hardly any backplay at all. I was expecting it to be a little bit more, I don't know, luxurious. I may not be a big fan of the Longines Hydra Conquest, but the bezel action on that is incredible. This isn't going to win any awards for the best bezel action, but it's decent. Now, the strap is very interesting. First of all, this is made by a company called Bonetti, who make premium vulcanized rubber straps. And these ones actually have a vanilla scent to them. And that's something they used to do back in the old days to try and mask the very strong pungent smell of rubber. However, the more pungent it was, the more premium the rubber was. I love the design of the strap. It reminds me of the Ulster Super Automatic I reviewed a couple of weeks ago. The tang buckle is superb. One thing to note, yes, this is a smaller size watch, and it may attract more small wristers than big wristers. However, the pin strap end is very long. Either Squale think you're going to wear this over a wetsuit, or they are catering for big wrists as well as smaller wrists. But just remember, people, back in the 50s, 37 millimeters was classed as big. And there were no big wristers out there thinking that it was too small. You've only been programmed over the last 30 years to think it's too small. This rubber is so premium though. You're gonna get a great comfortable fit.
Could you just click that like button, please? It really helps the channel. Thank you.
Okay, let's look at the face.
Dial time.
And this is, well, it's brilliant for me. A slight matte texture is our base with everything printed. We have old radium lume that fills the hour markers, and they look pretty darn raised. I think there's a lot of lume on here. Definitely some dynamism to this dial. Love the Squale logo below the 12. Then we have a nice italic automatic, 30 Atmos, and then the old Squale shark logo, which is what Squale used to do whenever they made a case for a Longines or a Doxa. They're keeping their tradition going. And I'm all for it. Handset is very simple, very legible. They do the simple things well. We got a lollipop seconds hand, and the lume is where it should be, on the tip, not on the counterbalance end. And finally, no date. Well done, Squale! So, looking forward to this. We've got lume on the hands, lume on the indices, and lume on that bezel insert. Out of 10, how much does this puppy glow? Hey! Well, that is snazzy, isn't it? I mean, for a company that properly concentrates on dive watches, they do the right things well, and this is awesome, isn't it? So powering this beauty is a Sellita SW200-1 Elaborate movement. It sweeps away at 28,800 beats per hour, has a 38-hour power reserve, has 26 joules, and is automatic. What's the difference between Elaborate and non-Elaborate? That's a good point. Basically, an Elaborate Sellita has a better accuracy when it goes out of the factory. It's tested in more positions before it leaves the factory, and aesthetically, it looks nicer. It has blue screws, perlaging, maybe a little bit of Côte de Genève somewhere. It's just that little bit of a higher grade than the base model.
Hello.
On my 6.5-inch wrist, well, it just makes me smile. Some people don't like that faux patina look, but I absolutely love it as long as it's done in a tasteful way. The bezel, the insert is done so well. Legibility is fantastic, and the proportions not only of the watch but of how it sits on my wrist is phenomenal, and I absolutely adore this rubber strap. Plus a bonus vanilla scent to it. This was meant for my wrist. Now I don't think I'm going to take it off. So there we go, the Squale Sub 37 Legend. What do you lot think? Now, I've reviewed some great vintage inspired watches in my time. In my opinion, there are very few Swiss manufacturers that absolutely nail on that vintage aesthetic. Most of the time it looks cheap and too new to be vintage, you know? From the chamfering on the lugs to the bezel insert, the crown is perfectly sized. Everything is pretty perfect. Apart from one thing, and there's always something, isn't there? I just wanted that bezel action to be a bit better, that was all. This is on paper a £1,400 watch, which I totally get. This is fully Swiss with an Elaborate Sellita inside. I just wanted that new Hydra Conquest feeling, you know? It's still good, but it could be better in my opinion. The other thing, I'd love to see this on a bracelet. I mean, this is probably the best rubber strap I've reviewed this year. I mean, that's a given. But I'd love to have seen it on maybe a flat link bracelet. Oh, that would look so good. The other thing Squale needs to do, in my opinion, it may cost money and it might mean we have to pay a little bit more, but make these proper professional tools ISO divers certified. There aren't many companies out there that just concentrate on one type of watch. Squale does it so well. They're a dive watch company. So why not go the whole hog and have all your divers ISO certified? It's something Tudor doesn't do, Longines doesn't do. This is probably one of the best Swiss dive watch companies out there on the market right now, and to give all of them an ISO certification just makes them better than Rolex, Tudor, Omega. But this watch for me, pretty darn good. So here it is, my wife's views of the Sub 37 Legend from Squale. I don't mind this. It's giving me sailor vibes, which I guess is a good thing, right? It's not bad. Get in. Well done, the wife. But she did like it, and she enjoyed the sweet, sweet smell of vanilla. Maybe I should spray the rest of the watches I show her with a vanilla scent. Thank you so much to Squale for sending this watch in. Honestly, I absolutely love it. I knew I would love it, and this has cemented my thoughts further. Us as dive watch lovers need a Squale in our collection. If you guys have watched till the end, thank you so much. It means so much to me and this channel and what we do. And if you want to support it any further, we got a Patreon now. See the shows early, blooper reels, behind the scene footage, private group chat, and get your name credited at the end of every show like this wonderful lot. Whoa. But if I've got you here for a few more minutes, and I think I have, lovely. Why don't you click this one? You will, I tell you what, you will absolutely, you love this one, you'll love this one. Come on. Keep the algorithm a monkey swinging. Oh. Go on, click it, you'll love it. Go on, click it. Click, click.